Hello, Josh.
Oh, hi.
We're here at Gamescom 2023 and you are brandishing a thermos flask, which can mean only one thing. You have been experiencing the oh dear nature of Alan Wake 2. That's right, I got to see 40 minutes of the game.
And I've got a lot of thoughts.
40 minutes?
First off, how was it?
It was good. It was really good. They took us out to an independent cinema that shows like indie movies and things.
Oh, awesome.
That's the selection of movies that they had available was like Possession and El Topo. But they also had a bunch of posters for fake movies, movie versions of Alan Wake's books.
That's so cool.
From the first and second games. Before we saw it, I got to... I will put in the picture here, but it's not very good. I'm a huge fan of Remedy's games.
Yeah,
Max
fair
Payne
enough.
and Control are some of my favorite games. And I got to shake hands and have a little chat with Sam Lake. And I got a photo with him,
No
but I was really
way.
nervous and shaky, and the photo is so blurry.
Oh, bless you,
If
man.
you were to tell me it was photoshopped, I wouldn't tell you it's not.
No, but that's the thing. It could all like lend into the ethos of it being a horror
It's
game.
true,
The experience
very
was so shaky,
spooky.
found footage.
It
But
also makes him look more low poly, so he kind of looks like the Max Payne face.
But speaking of amazing faces, what sort of faces were you pulling watching the footage? Was it surprise? Was it anguish? Was it fear? Was it just a sense of relief that we're finally getting the game after so long away?
When my mouth wasn't agape, when my teeth were clenched in fear,
Okay.
it was super atmospheric. The lighting,
Yeah.
the sound, the art design, the environment design was so visceral and detailed.
Yeah. So what was the actual footage that they showed you? Like, what was the setting? Was it the intro cutscenes of it, or was it establishing stuff, or was it just throwing you right into the deep end?
They showed two clips. The first one was about 5 minutes, which was mostly cutscene,
Yeah.
which was part that we saw in the most recent trailer that was shown at opening night live.
Yep. Okay.
Part of the beginning of that trailer, when you see him on a talk show, they showed the full cutscene of that.
and it's got a bit more context as to what's going on with him then.
It gave me the vibes of Immortality, which you may have played last year. The talk show sections of that, but it's very surreal. It's very introduced us to a new character.
Yep.
He was the leader of the talk show, and it was implied that he's going to show up more and more and more as the game
so
goes
it's
on.
really hitting you with that Twin Peaks vibe, a little bit Uncanny Valley style thing.
Definitely.
Okay, cool,
Because
nice.
obviously Control went full kind of David Lynch with its writing and the editing of the cutscenes and things. This is kind of reeling it back a little bit more. Still very surreal. Takes a lot of notes from Control.
Okay.
But it's still reeling it back to make it feel like Alan Wake. Our live action sections are very, very well integrated in with the gameplay sections.
Sure.
The second bit of gameplay that we were shown was proper full gameplay. This
Oh,
time,
okay.
Alan Wake. Back at, I believe, GDC earlier this year, some journalists were shown the gameplay of Saga Anderson, a second playable character in the game.
Okay, yeah.
Who is a detective, right? And that was all more themed around that. It was based in the Northwest, in the quote-unquote real world, fighting some cultists. It gave vibes of The Last of Us 2, whereas this was based in a dream version of New York.
Okay.
And they didn't show us any of the exploration gameplay, but they assured us there is a lot to see outside of what we were shown here. And they kept,
Interesting.
in the gameplay clips, they kept looking down alleyways and things where there were lights.
Suggesting that there was something there. So
Yes.
maybe what we're experiencing is like not full world, open world horror style, but maybe big expansive levels that you could then go through that may or may not be dream sequences, that may or may not be alternate realities, that may or may not be completely insane.
Precisely. It looks like there's going to be a lot to see in the dark place, which is where Alan is
Interesting.
trapped. One of the main things you can do, not just in the exploration is there a lot to see, but in the writing, because you are writing a book in this game, because
Okay.
obviously Alan Wake is a writer.
Yes.
You can at any time... Do you remember in Fable 3...
Wow, okay, we're going places here.
how the menu screen was another bit of gameplay where you run around.
Yes, and John Cleese was there saying like, oh, listen mate, you spent all your money on all of the drinking games going on here. Idiot.
Precisely.
Yeah, I remember that.
No John Cleese this time.
Shame.
However, when you go to the menu, it also takes you instantaneously, mind you, and I'm sure it's going to look lovely on PS5, Xbox Series, to a separate space that is the writer's room where Alan is trapped.
Okay.
And you have a big plot board. You have a television and a radio where presumably you can rewatch the things that you find. That's one thing I really wanted in the first game.
So they could basically either use that for clues going forward or allow you to replay segments that you've already just completed.
Now, most of the clues are on the plot board.
Okay.
And what the plot board allows you to do is when you find scenes that can be used in the book, you can attach those scenes to clues, and
Okay.
those clues change the events of the scene.
Oh, that's amazing. So he has a better understanding of what's going on, so it can open doors, it can reshape enemies, it can just do sort of different gameplay. That's
because
really
you're
clever.
in a story that Alan Wake is writing. If you say attach, there's a missing FBI agent to the area that you're currently in.
Yeah.
When you go out of the menu, you'll see sort of, white chalk outline on the floor.
Okay,
Whereas if you
okay.
attach that to like a murder cult,
Yeah.
you will see like, symbols drawn on the walls, red lights
Oh,
everywhere.
that's really impressive.
And it will change what's in the room, items and things. They said that there's only one answer that will properly progress the story.
Right,
But
okay.
sometimes you have to choose the wrong answer
In order to understand or explore a bit further.
and then go back
Oh,
and choose
okay.
a different answer.
So it's going to reward people for experimenting with the wrong answer, with all of their clues, trying to piece things
Precisely.
together to get the full understanding of what's going on. I can already see completionists out there like crying into their hands that they probably now have to combine every single item with every single clue and every single plot point, and it's going to be like, we're going to try everything. But
Yeah,
that
it
sounds
seems like
really
there's
fun.
a lot to see, and they're
Yeah.
really prioritizing exploration. Obviously, maybe not as much as in Control, which was a full
Yes,
open
yeah.
world game, but this looks like there's going to be so much to see. I'm already sort of itching, wondering what more there is.
Did we get a confirmed release date? All this stuff is already out there in the
I believe
wide web?
the release date is confirmed, and it will be up on screen
Awesome stuff.
right here. And I can't wait to see more. It was really, really great.
Awesome.
Thanks for speaking with me.
Not
about
a problem
Alan
at all.
Wake 2.
It sounds like you've really, really enjoyed Alan Wake 2, and you can catch up more on the Future Game Show, or FGS, for more horror-themed content, because Josh even hosts a horror-themed show every week on the channel. You need to subscribe to see it for yourself, because it's a thing of beauty, and scares, and spooks, and horrible stuff. A lot of things that make me very uncomfortable, but still, I do enjoy watching them. So, I've been Jules, he's been Josh. We'll see you soon. Bye.